And good evening, sports fans, and welcome back to the Karl DeMasi Sports Report. I'm back in flesh. I was supposed to do a speaking engagement last week, got canceled, but I didn't have time to get everything ready for a show. But I'm back tonight. Yes, I'm back in my man cave. Okay, it's a new man cave because my week has been hectic. We're starting last week with moving, my new job at St. Vincent's Academy. It's just been hectic, and I'm glad to be back. I won't have a PowerPoint for you tonight. I'm praying that the internet connection holds up because I'm using my hotspot. I haven't got my internet connection in my new house. So just a lot going on for the coach, but it's the Karl DeMasi Sports Report. I'm back again. I'm live. I'm following Rubbin' and Grubbin', best NASCAR show in the United States with Brandon Bain, the Atlanta man, knows everything, plethora of knowledge about NASCAR. Then we got the OG, Lawrence Bennett, who started this stuff all the way back in February of 2020. I jumped on the bus at the end of March, and I'm here ever since, and I'm glad to be back. It's August 7th. Got a great lineup. No PowerPoint tonight. Like I said, I've been running crazy. So no PowerPoint tonight, but I got great guests, okay? Of course, I'm going to talk a little about what's going on in high school sports, college sports, local professional sports. I'm not going to be on top of my game because I had to put this really together this morning. So I'm ready to go, but I got a great lineup. At 7:15, every week, the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete of the Week. I got to thank Dr. Bart Wetherington and Lisa Wetherington from the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic, who's been sponsoring us since I started on the radio in 2010. They haven't missed a beat. And that's, of course, this kid, if you can see a little over there in the top, I guess the top left of your screen or the top right of your screen. I don't know, but he's right there. First guest from Savannah Christian Preparatory School, if not one of the best running backs in the area. That's right. I'm going to say it right now. One of the best, if not the best. The kid had 1,900 yards last year. He's unbelievable. Just committed to Charleston Southern. Can't wait to talk to him. And that's, of course, Zoe Smalls. And he's not small because he'll run you over like a truck. That'll be in 7:15. Then you can't see in the promo, but the elder statesman. This guy's been coaching football since 1991. He's been a head coach. He has over 260 wins. He's the second most winning active coach, or if not, coach in Georgia. Got to talk to Mark Stroud. That's right. Mark Stroud and I go back a long time, even before my son got to play football for him. So I can't wait to talk to Mark Stroud, talk about how he's seen football change, talk about this year's edition of Calvary Day School football and how they're splitting the playoffs. Playoffs? That's right. If you haven't been following, Georgia High School State Association has split the playoffs. What am I talking about? Well, from class 6A to 4A, you'll have one whole playoff system. 6A will have their own private and public. 5A will have their own private and public. 4A will have their private and public. When we get down to 3, 2, 1, we're going to have a private school playoff, and then we're going to have a public school playoff for one champion in those divisions. So it's going to be crazy. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed that two local schools get to play each other in that championship game. Rivalries, but just great institutions, great schools. Of course, I'm talking about Savannah Christian and Calvary. They won't be playing each other because of the schedule. Because of the schedule, not because Joe didn't want to play Sam. It's because of the schedule. Okay? Let's face the facts, people, but people don't want to hear that. They all say that this one's running away from that one. Okay, I'm getting my soapbox. Can't wait to see it. State championship, Calvary against Savannah Christian in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Okay, keep my fingers crossed. All right, so that'll be Mark Stroud. That'll be the show. So like I do every week, let's hop into high school news. Football started. Scrimmages started last week. There'll be scrimmages this week. Jenkins' scrimmage against Hilton Head Island has been canceled due to the weather and due to Savannah Chatham County Public Schools, students not being in school. They can't practice. So that was canceled. Check out the prepsportsreport.com. I did a whole article of all the scrimmages for last week and this week. I don't know them off the top of my head. Like I said, I didn't get a chance to prepare 100%, but check it out. prepsportsreport.com. Hey, I also got a great article that was written by Nathan Dominance. Okay. I posted it yesterday. It's catch them if you can. 3 schools have 3 dynamic dual running backs or athletes. Check it out. BC, we're going to talk about what talks about Bubba Frazier and Stanley Smart. Okay. Then we go to Calvary. We got Dupa Coleman and Blackshear. Okay, I want to call him Travis. That's his cousin, I think. But maybe I'm like I said, I'm not prepared. But it's he's one of the best. Let me check it because the coach is getting kind of hold here. Let me pull up my little notes here. I do apologize. Like I said, I've been running wild. Okay, so go to prepsportsreport.com, and there's the article. Okay, it's Travis. Okay, I'm right. It's Travis. Okay, Dupa Coleman. Okay, where's my buddy here? All right. Okay. All right. So I'm having a tough time here today. Senioritis. Give the coach a break. I can't believe it. I off the top of my head. Thomas Blackshear. Travis is his cousin. It started with a T. I apologize. It started with a T. I was close. Okay. But, Travis and Thomas, they're both great football players. So what can I tell you? But check out the article on the Prep Sports Report. Nathan Thomas did a great job. Okay. Scrimmages. Okay. I got to get this off my chest. Being an old former head football coach, I got to get this off my chest. Scrimmages do matter, but they don't matter in wins and losses. They don't matter in points. As a coach, now I'm taking this from a coach. I know for the kids love to win. Everybody loves to win. You got to win, okay? The kids love to win. I agree with you. We win, but for a coach, a scrimmage is a extension of a practice. You get to see what your young men, your players are going to do against somebody other than their teammates. The whole idea is to learn from it. What do you need to improve on? What worked? What didn't work? Are we ready? Do we jump off sides? Is the cadence right? Are the new guys going to fill in? Are the backups going to fill in? That is what a scrimmage is all about. And you know what? For the kids, it's great. Like I said, I was a head coach for 16 years. Maybe I won 2 scrimmages in 16 years, as far as points go. But we won in little battles in that scrimmage. And we learned what we needed to work on. Of course, we stay away from the special teams because, special teams, injuries, we don't need that before our first game. Yes, you kick extra points, you kick field goals with no rush, you punt with no rush. Yes, there's 3 parts to a football game or a football team. Offense, defense, special teams. Special teams will win you games and lose you games. But during scrimmages, you don't want to get anybody hurt. So that's my soapbox, scrimmages, okay? Volleyball has started. Great softball game last week. St. Vincent's against Jenkins. Grayson Brott from Jenkins struck out 13. For Jenkins, Loki Thompson struck out 14 for St. Vincent's. A 1-0 ball game. So, yes, it's all starting now because of the weather, okay? Nothing's been going on much, but volleyball's kicking off. Cross country's getting ready. Great article about Richmond Hill. They got a bunch of young runners coming up. Got to check it out. Once again, I'm going to plug my little magazine that I've been doing since 2000. That's right, since 2000. Okay, prepsportsreport.com. So high school sports is kicking off. I'm excited about it, but it's a scrimmage. Playoffs. Well, I'm going to say scrimmages. It's a scrimmage. It doesn't go on your record. For the kids, yes, I agree with you. It's bragging rights. You're playing against your friends. Yeah, you got to get something out of it, okay? For coaches, we get more out of it, and hopefully it helps us become a better team. All right, colleges, 2 weeks, baby. 2 weeks to college football. You got to love it. 2 weeks. And who kicks it off? Florida State, Georgia Tech in Dublin. Okay? 12 noon. I'm going to be watching that game. Florida State. Georgia Tech, Florida State. Got to shout out to Kalen DeLoach, former linebacker, former kid from Savannah, Georgia. Number 2 on the depth charts for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Pretty impressive. Georgia Tech, always been near and dear to my heart because I've been watching them play Notre Dame since I'm probably 5. Because at my house, Notre Dame was on every Saturday, and they played Georgia Tech every Saturday, every year, not every Saturday. So I've been following Georgia Tech for a long time. Can't wait to see that game. So 2 weeks. August 24th, right? This week will be August 10th. Don't forget, go back to my high school. Media Day, August 10th. 13 schools showing up for the Optum Orthopedics Prep Sports Sport Media Day, 10 o'clock at the Enmark Arena. Going to be a lot of fun. 4th year that we've been doing this. The Prep Sports Sport and Optum Orthopedics got together to do this. It's going to be exciting. It'll be live on Facebook, the Karl DeMasi Sports Sport, the Prep Sports Report. It'll be live on the Optum Orthopedics Facebook page. It'll be live on YouTube on the Karl DeMasi Sports Report, Karl DeMasi Sports Report channel, and then on Twitter. Too much social media for this old guy. I'm glad I don't know how to do TikTok, okay? Maybe Zoe, my next guest, could help me do that, okay? Quickly, got to get out of here. All right. Professional Bananas in Cleveland. That's right. Progressive Field. They're at the home of the Cleveland Indians this weekend. Minute Maid Park, DC Park, National Park with the Washington Nationals. I mean, Houston Astros. This is just great. Jesse Cole. And from what I understand, they had their own Banana Bowl youth tournament this weekend, or coming up. I think it was this weekend. So as far as Clovers will return, Savannah Clovers, our other semi-pro team. They'll be playing August 17th at Memorial Stadium. Okay. If you want to play semi-pro football, please check out the Savannah Semi-Pro Football Falcons on Facebook. Coach Eddie Cheese Morgan will help you out with that. And I got to say this before I get out of here, because I know Zoe's waiting in the back room. Don't forget, at Coach's Corner, it's always all sports, all food, all fun since 1991. And we have all music now in the Sound Garden, which I usually am on Wednesday nights, but this Wednesday night I had to take off. So this weekend, Slippery When Wet, 7 o'clock, get your tickets, Bon Jovi. How can you not love Bon Jovi? They've been going since 1986. Then August 17th, we have Freebird, Leonard Skinner. You got to love that one. And then August 24th, we got Pandora's Box, okay? The Ultimate Aerosmith. So we go with Bon Jovi, Leonard Skinner, and Aerosmith. Wow, if that's not an all-star lineup. And then we're going to throw a little twist in here. On August 30th, we got Dog Days Presents Black Lips, sponsored by Jack Daniels, okay? It's a garage band. They're going to hit that Soundgarden stage and show us what's going on. So that's what's going on here in August on the Soundgarden stage. All right, the coach has gone long enough. Got to take a break. Got to thank the people who sponsor the show. Coming up next, the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete of the Week just signed with Charleston Southern. He's a powerhouse. He'll run you over like a truck. Can't wait to talk to this young man. And that's, of course, he is a senior now. I can't believe he's a senior now. Zoe Smalls is from Savannah Christian. Be back in 3 minutes. Stay right here. You're watching the Karl DeMasi Sports Report right here on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. Hey, sports fans, looking for the ultimate sports and entertainment destination in Savannah, Georgia? Look no further than Coach's Corner. At Coach's Corner, you'll find everything you need for a great time, including TVs everywhere, so you can catch all the latest sporting events, an outdoor seating area, perfect for enjoying a drink or a meal on a warm day, a wide array of drink options from beers to cocktails, a comprehensive sports schedule so you can cheer on your favorite teams year-round, prompt service even when it's crowded, a fun and lively atmosphere perfect for letting loose with your friends, and of course, delicious food, from famous chicken wings, hamburgers, to delectable calzones and pizzas. Coach's Corner menu is sure to satisfy your cravings. In addition to all this, Coach's Corner also features an upgraded sound garden, now with more seats, more bars, and an upgraded sound system. It's the perfect spot for hundreds of fans to gather and enjoy the latest local bands, tribute acts, and rising stars. So what are you waiting for? Join us at Coach's Corner for the ultimate sports, music, and culinary experience. Coach's Corner can't wait to see you soon. Remember, Coach's Corner is located at 3016 Victory Drive, right in Thunderbolt, Georgia, and on the World Wide Web at coaches.net. Remember, Coach's Corner, where every day is game day. Calvary Day School, we want our students to be fully equipped and on the cutting edge of academics, making a difference in our world. Your child will grow academically, physically, socially, and spiritually. At Calvary Day School, it is so good to say we are one school with one mission and one vision: faith, academics, excellence, and building champions to Christ at Calvary Day School. We would consider it a privilege to meet with you and your family personally. Call Alicia Bain, Director of Admissions, at 351-2299. That's 351-2299. Yo, you still want some real New York Italian food? Bada bing, bada boom. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering is open at 7630 Skidaway Road, Tuesday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., serving breakfast and lunch right here in Savannah, Georgia. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering has been serving the public for over 3 years. Now, if you want Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering goods delivered to your door, go online to SavannahTakeout.com or DoorDash.com, or just pick up the phone and call 912-354-2914. That's right, 912-354-2914. Kabish, and remember, we ain't New York style, we are New York at Rocky's New York Deli and
Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic. Your back hurts, another body part hurts all the time, it makes you mad, the pain drives you crazy, you just want to pick something up and throw it across the room? If you can, At the Weatherton Chiropractic Clinic, you get complete chiropractic care and pain relief to help you move better, have a less painful life, and of course, achieve a healthier lifestyle. The Weatherton Chiropractic Clinic is now located at 2 locations in Savannah, Georgia, at 329 Eisenhower Drive and in Pooler at 114 Canal Street, Suite 603. So visit Dr. Bart Weatherton at the Weatherton Chiropractic Clinic for all your chiropractic needs.
Welcome back to the Karl DeMasi Sports Report right here on the Coach's Corner Sport Network for August 7th, 2024. I can't believe this young man's a senior. He deserves this. Weatherton Chiropractic Clinic Athlete of the Week. Just recently committed play football, continue his career, Charleston Southern. I mean, what do you want to say? Statistics? Over the last 2 seasons, Zoe Smalls has put up numbers that could go on, with the NCAA football game or Madden, okay? I mean, 1,903 yards, 34 touchdowns, over 1,400 rushing yards, 22 touchdowns as a sophomore. I mean, you think he's small, but he's not. He's a truck. He's a truck. He weighs almost 200 pounds. And, he's a powerful runner. I know he's going to run people over. I bet you he'd rather run people over than bring the smack. We're going to ask him about that, playing bad defense. But you know what? He's been underrated. He's not. People know who he is. I mean, he's been recruited, and he made his decision to go to Charleston Southern. He's known for his ability to run over defenders, but he also likes to block and hit people too. That's pretty good for, Blaze Thomas, his quarterback, and the other guys back there, Ken Ray Wall. So, team goals to win the 3A state championship. Okay, they've been there close. They've been there. He's looking for it. Go over 2,000 yards. What more can I say? But this young man deserves it. This week's Weatherton Chiropractic Clinic Athlete of the Week from Savannah Christian. Joining me on the coach's hot seat, Zoe Smalls. Hey, Zoe, how's it going?
Good. It's going good.
Good. I know we got to keep our fingers crossed with this weather, with the internet and everything else that's going on. But once again, congratulations, Charleston Southern. Pretty impressive. You got to be excited about that.
Hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me? All right, his internet has just frozen. So, you doing this on your computer? Well, hold it on. You got to love the internet. While Zoe's trying to figure out the internet here with his computer, Zoe, if you can hear me, you might want to try your phone. Maybe that'll be a better connection. If you want to try your phone. Okay, let's hope he can try and re-up. Let me text him right here. You got to love live shows. Okay, internet, Zoe. Try logging on with your phone.
Yeah.
All right, he's back. Zoe, can you hear me? Okay, let's hope he tries it on his phone. Let me look what's going on the internets. Yeah, his internet connection is frozen. So I just tried to tell him to try it on his phone. So going to remove him from hopefully he can try and log on his phone. Let's see what happens. But we got comments coming in. Okay. Tara Gibson says, yes, sir. There he is. All right. How are we doing now, Zoe?
All right, it's better.
Okay. Keep us fingers crossed. This internet is crazy, but we got people watching, giving some comments here. You had Tara Gibson. You know Tara Gibson?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. I do.
She says also the Zoe Show. Very good. Okay. So keep going on. And from Chad Griffin, looking good, Karl. Zoe is a great young man and is such a hard worker. Chad Griffin, the former AD at Calvary Day School. So we got our comments out here. And we got a big Cavalier fan checking in. Good morning. Good evening, Coach DeMasi. It used to be good morning on Saturdays. He's in the house. Give me a close. Have a great show. Can't wait to Calvary football. Good seeing you and having Coach on. Yeah, Dennis, I appreciate you always coming in and checking in. Okay, so let's try to get this done before we lose Zoe. Zoe, you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
I know there's 20,000 things to do, but one man. So once again, congratulations. You got to be really excited that you chose Charleston Southern, and they're giving you the recognition you deserve.
Yes, sir. They are. Yeah.
All right. So you've had an impressive high school career. We're coming up into your senior year. What has been the key to your success and being consistent as a sophomore and a junior out there at Savannah Christian being a running back?
For me, it's mostly like keeping the relationship with my old lineman and like make sure like we have a good chemistry, because like at least do something wrong, like I don't want to just like yell at them and be like do this, do that. Because you like that's not always how you solve problems. If I didn't mess up, I'll just be like, hey, you good? Like just go to the next play. Like I'm trying to make y'all look good, so y'all be good. And
So, go ahead.
And Coach EJ too been working like on my footwork and my speed since I was like 8. Working with me to learn how to read holes and how to like set up my blocks so the linemen could like do what they need to do. So make it easy for the line.
Well, I'm an old ball coach. Me, the games are won in the trenches. You don't have those old linemen, you're not going anywhere. You know that, right?
Ain't going nowhere.
So, all right, last season, mind-boggling, 1,900 yards, 34 touchdowns. How do you plan on improving on those numbers, and what specific goals have you set for this year? I know you've mentioned in the newspaper with Dennis Knight, Savannah Morning News does a great job, 2,000 yards. But how are you going to do all this?
Just go to every game like it's my last, mostly. Like it's my last like high school game ever. So if I go in like that, I should be able to reach my goals, honestly, because I know my linemen gonna do their job. I just have to like stay focused in the game and don't like stress out about anything. Or if I get like loss of yards, I don't need to just freak out and be like, I ain't getting this, I ain't getting the ball. I just need to chill out and just calm down a little bit. Then I could just like focus up. It's most about just staying focused like throughout the whole game. Cause if you like lose focus, then you start messing up. Then like they might score. Then the games go
down. That goes to our next question. Okay. You're playing alongside highly recruited teammates, and of course, Elijah Griffin, Logan Brooking. How does playing alongside such talented players, and you're just as talented, and we'll say it right here, I don't care what anybody says, you're just as talented, how does that impact your game and your focus?
It made me focus up because like we all come as like leaders, like leading a team to be like a good team. And we all see like our opinions to like what we need to do, what we need to work on to the coach. So we all come together and like try to improve like the team as like a group, then it'd be like better for everybody. And it like push us like I play against Elijah like every day. While he on defense, I'm on offense. And he getting our line better because we got the best D lineman in the state. So it's making our old lineman work like every day to get better and make me better because he filling up 2 holes by himself. So I just have to read off of him and just
Nice. And let's talk about Coach Woodward. Mentioned that in the article that your physical build gives you outstanding balance and power. How have you developed your physique and your skill and your power to enhance your performances on the field?
Ooh. Coach Wedden at Savannah Christian and the factory at Coach Carter and Coach EJ mostly. They all been working on me like to get stronger, get my balance right, and mostly my like flexibility really. Cause at one point I couldn't even touch my toes, like it was bad. So they've been working on me to get like stronger, more mobility, so I could like run faster, make like sharp cuts, and and like staying like healthy too, like
eating right.
Eating right, working out right, not overdoing myself.
We mentioned Tara Gibson. She says you got to give this guy's credit. Come on, show it. There it is, Coach EJ. So people are watching, people are listening, and then Coach Coach Mobley from Calvary, but congratulations, though. So people are watching what you're doing here, buddy. So if you're just tuning in, we're on the Karl DeMasi Sports Report. We're at the Wetherington Chiropractic Athlete of the Week. My guest tonight is Zoe Smalls, senior running back from Savannah Christian, and he was just watched. I think he would just put on the one of the Georgia Power 11 Georgia High School Football Daily Magazine's players to watch. So pretty impressive there. So you mentioned now you're working as a team, and you mentioned in the article that you like to block, and it also makes a big. You take a lot of pride in that. So give us examples of how you contribute behind just carrying the football. Like everybody thinks, oh, it's the running back. You don't take a play whether you got the ball or not, right?
I don't. So mostly like last year we did like a lot of rollout passes, and like mostly I had to be like 1-on-1 with like a 6'2" DN. And I have to like keep him contained so he won't like sack Blaze. So I mostly been working on my blocking like for the past like 2 years, because at one point I was like, I don't want to block, I want to run the ball. And I just like then my mindset got to like I need to like know how to do something else besides run the ball. I learned how to block for my teammates and like contribute than just running the ball. So I like lead people through the holes, tell them where to go, or like they lead me. I'm looking like, all right, cut off of me because I'm gonna kick them outside. So just cut inside. Like I'm gonna make them like try to chase him, but he not. So yeah, I like setting up block for people mostly and leading blocking.
Well, you're doing a great job there. Can you give us one moment, one memory that you felt your block was just as good as scoring a touchdown? Any specific game play that comes into mind that you did that?
Ooh.
I'm throwing a curveball at you. I didn't throw this on my question sheet.
I'll probably say Lumpkin County. Against Lumpkin County, we ran wing team. It ran like eight power, and I just like blew the DN up, and he was going for like 20 yards. And I was like, it caught me up. I was like, oh yeah.
Feels as good as scoring a touchdown, right?
Yeah, he blew him off his feet. He's bigger than me.
All right, now this is another question I'm throwing at you. I didn't have on the paper, but I gotta ask this. Okay, you've been a running back your whole life.
Yeah.
If you had a chance to play defense, would you rather play defense and bring the wood, the smack, or you'd rather run people over?
I run people over for sure.
What does it feel like when you run somebody over?
It feels good. Like I'm just embarrassed you. Like I just yeah. It feels good. It's like pump me up. Like I just ran you over in front of everybody. And if you try to tackle me again, I'll run you over again. So yeah.
So all the way from up there in Atlanta, Coach Griffin, who used to be my co-host, we used to be the coach in the AD. He has a question for you here. So how much influence you've had from your parents? I know your dad is your number one fan. He is so proud of Zoe. So tell us about your family, how your family has helped you, how they helped you commit to Charleston Southern. Give them a big shout out.
I shout out to my mom and my dad mostly, because like through the whole like recruitment process, they were just like, so just like control what you can control. Because at first I was like getting stressed out and like just like encouraging myself, but then they like put me down, was like they're gonna come, like just hold on and just like wait your turn and like stay down. And I'm like, man, I don't want to stay down. But then they just like pushed me and was like, you just gotta work, just keep working, they're gonna come. And my dad was like, it's like one game, he was like, so they want offers gonna come, you're gonna get your offers. It's just that people like taller than you or bigger than you get offers because they're like, you can't control what you can control. And I ain't 6 foot, 215, 17-year-old. I'm 5'9", 195. And they were just like,
but you bring it, so people are gonna notice it. Yeah. Over at Charleston Southern. Okay. Quickly, the team is going from 3A now to Class A Division I. How do you think this will change the effect of your team's performance, and what your expectations of playing in this new division, this new conference?
I don't think it's gonna change that much, honestly. I just know that'll be like kind of like different than what we used to. We used to playing like bigger schools than what we are. Now you're playing schools that's like the same size or even smaller. It'd be like a different like approach to the games. Cause we're playing against like everybody that's like in the public school sector is like real disciplined and well coached. 'Cause, like, all public schools are not well coached. They got good kids, but they're not well coached. So we're playing against some more like disciplined teams that know how to like fundamentals mostly. They know all the fundamentals and everything, and their coaches are smart. So yeah,
All right.
it must like the fundamental part and like the discipline. Like you're playing a disciplined team that's not going to do stupid penalties for like something smaller. So yeah.
All right. 2 quick questions. Coach Stroud's waiting in the wings, so we got to get him on. So first question is, talk about Coach Woodward. Talk about the coaching staff, how they've helped you improve, and how they made you a better football player, student, and person.
Because Woodward helped me a lot, like throughout the like since my freshman year. Like he was just like, "Joe, your turn will come," and he was telling me that like a lot of coaches looking at me freshman year, but I didn't play as much, and he was just like, "Joe, your turn coming next year. You go have about 1,400 yards next year because we gonna run you. So you better be conditioned. You gonna run you." And I'm thinking like, dang, because when I started listening, coach pushed us since he got there. Like first day of summer camp, he was like, "Oh, it's gonna be like a little like." Nah, he pushed it to the max, and I'm like, dang. I'm like, every game like this, I'm gonna be tired. And yeah, they've been pushing me since freshman year, trying to get me better and trying to get the whole team better as one, and coming in as a family to like win games. Yeah, cause like
Nice.
more of a brotherhood than just a football team. Like we all family, and he like us like to come together and just like be as a team, not just everybody being an individual. And like worrying about like
gotta go.
And just come as a team to win game, not just I ain't get the ball this game, so I'm mad. No, we won as a team, so if you won, we won. It's a team effort to win a game, not just you.
You got that right. So last question now. Next year, I know this year's not over yet, but next year you're going to make that transition to Charleston Southern. How do you think the transition from high school ball to college ball is going to affect you? And what are you most excited about when you get to that next level?
The transition is going to be kind of hard because you're not around your parents no more. You like adult at this point. You're like you living by yourself on the campus. So you got to depend on yourself to make like things happen. Like talk to the coach. Your parents can't just call the coach and be like, "What y'all doing today?" or "What y'all running? What's our game plan?" You got to like ask the coach yourself. And you got to do notes, go to meetings. And, just like they tell you like the meeting that Monday, you better just come. So yeah. And what's the second question you asked?
Looking ahead, what are you most excited about playing at on the college level? What are you going to be most excited about?
I'm excited to compete with some 20-year-olds. I'm 18 in college. Y'all 20. I just want to compete with grown men. So it'd be something different to do. So yeah,
well,
I'm ready to compete.
I can't wait to see what you do this year. Everybody's excited about it. They'll be following you big time. And I'm glad you got that Division I offer. And I know you're going to make us proud up there in Charleston Southern. And go have fun this year. And hopefully you'll get your game against the Calvary Day School. Pretty.
Oh, watch my internet.
There we go. We're back. Okay. The question was, what I said is, you deserve the recognition. You've had a great career. You are one of the best, or if not the best running back in this area. I look forward to watching this year, and best of luck. And hopefully you'll meet Calvary in the championship game up there at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
Yeah, I hope we do. I hope.
Well, so thanks for coming on.
I say thank you.
I'll see you during the season.
Yes, sir.
Okay, just a fine young man, excited. I mean, he's excited. It's been fun, outstanding watching this kid play. I have a little ties to Savannah Christian because my oldest son went there. So I know it's over there. They believe in the football program, and this young man is wait to see what this year, and hopefully he reaches that goal, 2,000 yards, and makes it to that state championship game. There's no commercial break here. I'm going right to the man himself. This guy's been doing this for a long time, since 1991. He's on his way because I think he might just have another grandchild, but he's in the car. Let's get him on the phone. I don't want to keep him from getting there. Up next, the man himself from Calvary Day School, the elder statesman of the coaches in the area, Mark Stroud. What's up, Coach?
You're right. We're on our way to Atlanta. We got grandchild number 3, third boy. So we're on the way to Atlanta. Seth and Susanna, you know Seth, and they had their first child. He and his wife had their first child tonight, this afternoon. So I told our team that man, I've been a head coach for 33 years. I missed it one practice for a medical situation with a family member. I missed one practice for a wedding, and I'm going to miss one practice for a birth. So I won't be there tomorrow. Our guys will handle it, but so we're on our way to Atlanta to usher in the next grandkid. So we're excited.
Okay, this is off the record because I know people want to talk football, but I'm not. So this new thing, Mark, I want to be called Grandpa. What do they call you?
Pop. P-O-P, Pop.
I got Poppy. They asked me what I want to be called, Grandpa, but they said no, I had to pick somebody else. So I said, call me Poppy, the big Poppy. That's what I'm going to be. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. So, all right, let's get to this football thing. I'm going to, because I know you're driving. Connection's going to be a little iffy, so we'll get this done quick. So, like you said, 33 years head coach. So, reflecting on this, extensive career that you've gone, how has it changed from 1992 to the year 2024 as a head coach?
Well, I think, the game has changed tremendously. You got me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
You got me?
I got you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, you're spinning on the video part. Yeah, the game has changed tremendously. I think, back in those days, rather than you just see someone in the shotgun, that was like you thought you were playing the Dallas Cowboys, you saw somebody in the shotgun. And, you had a lot of standard 2-back offenses of some sort, 3-back offenses, and you had, you started getting into some 4-3 back then. That was kind of unheard of. You had a lot of wide tackle 6 and 50 defenses and stuff like that. So, the game itself has changed tremendously. It's less and less. The old NFL, when we watched it growing up, you ran the ball, you throw the ball deep, and with the oncoming of all the, Bill Walsh kind of, he would tell you he didn't mean to do it, but reluctantly started all the passing stuff. Probably started with that group, and just it's just gotten wide open, and the game's changed. The game's is much more you got to be. It's much more complicated. It takes a lot more work to prepare for a team, and so it's just the game is, everyone knows, has changed to a spread offense, to a zone read stuff, and all the defense started getting more crazy. So they went to zone offense to be able to block everybody up, and now it's just taking off and going crazy. But it is what it is. Our kids hate when they play somebody in 2-back offense now. It's like it's a weird thing, but so the game itself has changed. I think football was the last man standing for a long time, whereas, basketball had AAU, and it kind of creeped in and did some damage, and then baseball had travel baseball, creeped in and did some damage, and now we got 7-on-7, which is doing a little bit of damage to football itself. But, hey, you got to roll with it and do the best you can with it. So I don't think the kids have changed a whole lot. I think sometimes the expectations got a little crazy, but I think overall the kids are about the same, and they just want somebody to care about them and coach them hard.
And we got some people watching near and dear to your heart. Chad Griffin checking in. Can't wait for this interview with Stroud.
Yeah.
He's watching you, and then of course
that's great.
The man that helps me, Lawrence Bennett. He helps me do this. Hold it. Chad's got to jump in here. 2 things. Stroud is known for foodie and coffee enthusiast. What is your favorite place to eat now, and his go-to coffee drink?
Well, I've got some definite favorite coffee spots. I love Perk. I love Foxy Loxy is 2 of my favorite spots, coffee spots. Collins quarters also in the top 3, I guess. And, there's a lot of little hole-in-the-wall spots I like in town. I like all those folks associated with the vault and the cocoa and moss, all that kind of stuff. And, we try to act right most of the time, but sometimes not.
Well, you gotta enjoy something, and I don't think coffee's gonna hurt you that much. Maybe too much food, but I mean, you run 50 miles a week, so I don't know how it could bother you. So, but anyway, to get back on this football thing, okay. So you've adjusted over the years. Like, I loved it when you said, 5'3", 6'2", 52 monster. Remember that defense?
Oh yeah, remember it well. Played in it and coached against it. it's a different world
then
today.
Of course the wing T. Yeah, I wonder if anybody could adapt to the T formation. That would be fun to see again, wouldn't it?
Well, you just go to Long County, you'll see it. They just kind of revived it down there. So
anybody doing the good old wishbone double tight?
Yeah, there's not many out there doing it, but some folks are circling the wagons back to it.
All right, so let's get to this season, the 2024 edition of the Calvary Day School Cavaliers. You lost some great players last year. How are you adapting to players coming in to fill in those spots? Merklinger, Arnold, offensive linemen. How are you adapting to that?
Good vet that we remind ourselves all the time that it may take a minute to figure out exactly what kind of team we are, what we're going to be able to do well, and so we're going to do our base stuff on both sides of the ball. And we're going to be defensively. Might look it might look a little different than last year. It's all about what kids can do, and so defensively we're kind of wide open right now as far as figuring out exactly what certain kids can do, and then trying to put them in place to be successful. So we'll start as a 3-down team, but naturally we'll get in some 4-down and do various things in the secondary like we have in the past. Offensively, I think we have a good offensive line coming back with some veteran guys there. Overall, good veteran. I think it's about how simplistic it really as many times as you can in many different ways as you can, and it's pretty simplistic, but I think you'll find that at every level. You don't want to look up at the end of the game and say, wow, we should have got the ball to this guy more and find a way to get the ball to that guy more. It comes down to that, really. What can you do on the up front? Can you block folks well? I think like an offensive lineman, and can you block people really, really well? If you can, figure out what you can do with the running game and make sure the guys that need to touch the ball are touching the ball. Otherwise, you'll leave a lot of cards and a lot of money on the table if you don't do that.
All right, and as you were listening, I interviewed Zoe Smalls from Savannah Christian. I think one of the best running backs in the city. The kid's unbelievable. So now in this new format, you guys chose to stay in 3. They went to 1-8, but you could wind up meeting them at the end, right?
Yeah, the state playoffs will be single A through AAA. They'll take, I think it's 24 teams or whatever it is. They'll take those guys and go back to that power ranking system of some sort. It's going to take, 3 guys from Harvard to figure that out probably, but we'll get it placed somewhere and then you figure it out from there. So, there's a good chance. Hopefully we're playing well. I think they got a really good football team. I hope we're playing well at the end, and it would be great to match up with them. I think hopefully one of us can be there toward the end. You never know. There's always going to be 2 or 3 other guys out there looming, but I think Christian will be very good football team. So it'd be great to be there in the end with those guys.
Any surprises coming out this year for the Cavaliers? I know you talked about Lewis got a lot of experience last year. Your defense is going to be pretty solid. You got a lot of guys coming back. Any new guys besides Mobley that people might want to know something about?
Well, Scooter Cherry's back for this year. He was injured the entire year last year. He'll be back, which will be a good shot knowing for us on both sides of the ball. And a lot of guys that are just guys that return. MJ Knight, I think, will have a good season. He's got to get in the mix. He was kind of the odd man out last year, a little bit on both sides of the ball, but he'll be in the mix this year. And outside of and you got a few other guys naturally that are going to help you along the way. That Mobley definitely is going to step in at quarterback, and we had a good showing the other night with some guys that played in behind him. So. I think there'll be some guys that can step in and manage the game well and if something were to happen. So that was a good sign. But listen, a lot of guys are back off that last year's team, and we definitely lost some key guys, as you know. But there's a good nucleus back of guys that I think have a lot of game time under the belt, and we're trying to. We went out today and we basically scrimmaged. We hadn't done it in a long time. Scrimmage for the entire practice, but just because we just needed, we lost our scrimmage with Somerville because they're going to be underwater up there. It looks like, and so we're gonna, we did that today and got a lot of stuff on film today that we needed to have on film, and then we'll do somewhat the same thing tomorrow. So, that film this time of year is invaluable to just see where each individual kid's at. What he's got to improve on. You kind of have an idea, you think. But, there's always a guy out there that, man, you didn't see it coming. Now he turned the corner. And now he's, Corey Blunt's been that guy a little bit in the fall, is that he's been a guy that's really, he was banged up a little bit last year and kind of behind the sticks a little bit with playing time a little bit last year. But this year, I think he's come out and, he had a great the other day at practice at running back. And he also looked really good in on defense. So, he'll be a senior, but he's a guy I think that Mike can really be one of the key components for us this year. Outside of all the other guys you know about.
Oh, well, who don't know about Mathis? Who don't know about, I think it's Verna. Who doesn't know about the two linebackers, Powell and Brooks, right?
Brody Dawson and Cutter Powell. They've been guys that have just been really good on defense for us for the last couple of years. And naturally, Buddy, he's had a good run. And this year I think we're going to probably play a few more guys both ways than we have in the last couple of years. You just hit those years like that where, you got some guys that may get ready, but they're not quite ready yet. We have some defensive linemen. I think that we'll have some depth there, but it's just going to take a minute. They might not be ready right there at the first of the year. So, I hope we can play those guys into a position where they can help us toward the end. I think we found out late in the year that, again, you learn these lessons. You learned a lesson. I've learned a lesson more than one time. That you got to have depth at the end. If you get, going back to our Cedar Grove game, we got to get a couple of guys hurt early in that game, and we just did not. This is really on me. We just did not develop enough depth at a couple spots that we should have, and so, we've learned that lesson again, and so we're starting from day one. Like everyone here is a football player. It's not. No one's an offensive guy. No one's a defensive guy. You're just a football player. When your number's called, we got to have you wherever that's at. So,
all right. Last question. I'll let you go, Pop.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
After 33 years of coaching high school football, what motivates you to do this year after year?
Gosh, I think I've changed through the years for sure. Those first few years, I coached completely out of fear of failure. Which is a great motivator. So I was that way, and then I kind of, really turned the corner a little bit on that, and just kind of began to really, settle into the job as a head coach, and just really try to, be as good as I could every day. I was coaching the offensive line a lot and calling the plays a lot, so I was an offensive coordinator and the head coach for many, many years. So that was very consuming. And I was very active on every side of every part of the game for those next 15 years or 20 years, whatever it was. And I think on this other side, it's taken me a little while. I'm still working with the offensive line some. It's taken me a little while to be back and have coordinators on both sides of the ball. It took me a minute to figure that one out. But I think what motivates me now, just I guess to answer your question, I think which has always kind of motivated me. But even more so now, as I'm not so deep into, the game planning all the time and everything about doing all the scripts every day and all that kind of stuff, is I'm able to step back and just even more relational think that's always been a strength of mine. I'm trying to get more and more relational with kids, and being less grabbing things about the smooth hand a little bit better instead of being reactive and stepping back and thinking before I might get into somebody, or just kind of being better at that. And because you know how it is. I mean, you never know exactly what shoes your kids are walking in, and you never know exactly. I'm trying to be very much more observant about what makes every guy tick, and help him right where he's at. Because ultimately, I mean, we want every guy to walk out of here better than they were when they got here. We want to have that kind of impact. We know that sometimes you have an impact like a parent. I think we were always a surrogate parent as a coach. And that's always been what I've cared about. But I think even more so now, when I have less of the game sometimes, I have more, opportunity to even think about that even more, that you're really a stand-in for people in their lives that are important to them. You're standing in, and every guy's a little different. And you got to figure out, how to get to that guy, how to get to his heart, how to get to his mind, and just help him be better. When he walks out, want to be better, his next step in life, when I look back and say, because I played football there, I'm better at this. I'm a better parent. I'm a better, employee. I'm a better guy that can be in charge. I tell our guys all the time, if you do all the things right now, then no one will have to tell you the rest of your life what to do. You'll probably be in charge somewhere, and you won't be having to be told what to do and how to do it. You'll be doing that. So hopefully we're having that kind of impact. That's what we're shooting for anyway.
Well, Coach, I can tell you do. I have one of your former players, and not one of your players, but one of your assistant coaches. They believe in what you're doing and what you've been doing, so keep on going strong. And like you said, though, family starts to come first. Enjoy that new youngin', and I'll get my second one in October. Russell's going to have his in October, so I'll be tied with you.
That's awesome, man. Awesome. Well, great. Look forward to seeing you soon, Coach. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate everything you do for Savannah athletics. Man, you got a lot of juice left in the tank, man. Keep rolling.
And like it's all about the kids. That's why we do it.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it, Coach. Thank you.
Have fun. Congratulations. Tell Grandma congratulations too.
She don't want to be seen.
I got you.
Later.
All right,
Thanks,
I'll talk to you next week. Good luck.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye, Pam.
There you go.
Just like James Mobley just came on. His son plays for Coach Mark Stroud now. Great leader of young men. He sure has been, and he's made an impact on a lot of lives, and that's what it's all about. And he doesn't get older. He just gets younger. Okay, he just keeps on going. He's like the Energized Bunny. Never stops going. And yes, I agree with you. Gotta say, what more do you want? Like I said, I was lucky. My son got to play for Mark Stroud, Danny Britt, Kevin Farmer, and he's learned a lot of lessons from them. And of course, my other son, Russell, playing for Coach Chumley, the headmaster, now at Calvary Day School. So, it's been a lot of fun watching these guys grow up and learn a lot from other men besides their dad. So, Hunter Chadwick did a great job with Russell. So I really do appreciate those guys. And I can't forget Coach Carl Carter. Hey, babe, what's going on, babe? Well, that's it for tonight. I'm glad you could join me. Hold it. Got a man, my number one fan, Dennis Kessler. He's in Brazil. And go Cavs. Thanks, Dennis. I really do appreciate you telling me I have a great show. Have a great day. Have a great evening. Enjoy whatever you're doing in Brazil, buddy. Sounds like a lot of fun. And I got to thank, of course, the coach and AD, Chad Griffin, for checking in. Some comments that I missed for my first guest, Zoe Small, Tara Gibson. She's been following since the show started. Great interview with Zoe Smalls. I appreciate it. AJ Johnson, same thing. Giving a lot of claps out to Zoe Smalls. I mean, excellent young man. I mean, an example that you want all our young men to grow up to be like Zoe Smalls. And I'm glad he got that chance to go play at Charleston Southern, because he's going to turn some people's heads. He really is. So I do appreciate, what these kids are doing and how they come on and they talk about what's going on in their lives. It's really exciting. So, all right. On that note, like I say every week, say a prayer for this crazy world. It's just getting crazier and crazier. And hopefully this took you away from that crazy world for a little while. And that's what it's all about. So whatever you're doing today or tomorrow in this unbelievable weather, always sit at the park. And until I talk to you next week, may it be your best week ever. God bless. Peace out. Talk to you later. Once again, it's high school sports season, football, volleyball, cross country. What else we got going on? That's it, right? Softball, football, softball, cross country. I'm forgetting something here. Volleyball, whatever. I'm old. Peace out. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. Thank you for watching. It's the Karl DeMasi Sports Report. Hey, subscribe to my page, please. Help me out. Let's get some more followers, okay? Go to YouTube. Hit the subscribe button. You want to hit the little bell to notify you when my show's on? That'll be great too. God bless. I'm out of here. I'm babbling. Time to go get some dinner.